Now we have a very special presentation, industry presentation by Mr. Anil, Chief Information Officer, CtrlS Datacenters. We welcome you on stage, sir.
Good evening, everybody. I am Anil from CtrlS Datacenters. And since morning we have been hearing all the good things that each one of you have done for the citizen. Now when you do all those good things, the citizens need to connect. And these servers, these financial applications that we are talking about, they need to run in servers. And those servers require their own specialized way to work known as data centers. So I represent CtrlS, the only tier 4 data center in India. Let me start with from the corporate side of the things. The agenda, what's the agenda that we have been hearing since morning? Agenda has been roughly around know the person. We saw, in the last presentation also, how many duplicates were removed. We understood in the Aadhaar part, how do you uniquely identify? All of them point to who uses us, the customer. So know the customer. Second is, we heard something getting done in central, something getting done like Aadhaar, absolutely as a specific service, something going into the state PC, so which is where the hybrid strategy comes in. The third is, and we had certain glimpses, of course none of the speaker has gone through it, but all of this requires talent, technology, development. We heard something to do with AI, we also heard constraints of even the OEMs being presented. The fourth is the dashboard. At least 3 of the speakers since morning has pointed to the dashboard, saying it's very, very necessary that all this data gets collated in a dashboard so that on a click of your button, you have all the relevant data, which was not possible in the manual. And this helps them drive their insights. Somebody drew the insights of how many ration cards are there, somebody drew insights on the panchayati system, somebody put an insight around some other beneficiary. But essentially, all of that boils to data-driven insights. Next is, my friends have also covered from the industry the importance of security. And because all of this data is there are people who would like to get their hands on that data, and hence the cyber security is important. And last but not least, there is sustainability. Something that we are doing has to be sustainable over a period of time. So with that, let me introduce our group of companies. CtrlS stands for Save Data. We are a startup of 2008. Our first balance sheet was 78 lakhs. We incubated other companies. We have incubated Cloud4C, which is India going abroad. Today Cloud4C is there in 22 countries outside of India. They do not do data center, they are a managed service provider. We have also recently upgraded our ISP arm Pioneer into a full-length NLD and an ILD provider, which means I am a telco like a Tata or a Airtel. Why was it necessary? I would just explain to you. We have also been developing few large data center projects for government. The example in Bhopal is our design for the NICDC PI, which is more than 1,000 lakhs. And we do a little bit of analytics for us, which is the digital innovations. That sum total is the CtrlS group of companies. Then if you see this journey, it has started with data centers, it has gone into banking, it has gone into ERP, we had reference of ERPs in this case, and now as we stand today, we are also into high-tech. So what's our footprint? So This is the footprint combined of Cloud4C and CtrlS. CtrlS is an Indian incorporated data center, whereas Cloud4C is a total MNC. What have we doing from a data center perspective are the two important things. When you make those applications for your citizens, when you make those dashboards, they require uptime. They have to be available on a click of the button. And that is what a tier 4 data center provides, which is 100% uptime story at each of the locations that we have. And the second, of course, is we are India, AMPL. So what's the cost of it? The cost of running a data center is determined by the power utilization efficiency of PUE. At 1.35, we are still, after 15 years, the lowest commercially viable data center. And finally, about sustainability, that comes from the LEED certifications of the data centers. Going into the sustainability, it is not only that we are trying to do within the data center. For example, our experiment in Mumbai, there was an STP plant which was pumping the data, cleaning it and pumping it into the creek. We have taken a connection from there, we are treating the water and we are using it for data center cleaning. We are saving 1 million liters of potable water only in our Mumbai district. We have also done a lot of solar. So government of Maharashtra has given us a land near Wardha. We are putting up a 400 megawatt unit from which we will drive at least 50% of our power as green. During COVID and under our process, we have taken several social or CSR initiatives. Our combined capacity today is 300 megawatts. We use 120 megawatts. For those of you who are connected to the electricity, we have put GIS substations, which means we directly terminate grid inside the data center. We take 220 kV lines, we take 110 kV lines, and that is the kind of power which is required by a 5 to 10 acre campus. We're talking something within 10 acres as 300 megawatts consumed. And with GPU and AI, this is going to grow higher. This is not going to come down. With GPU, it is projected that we may have to increase the power by at least 8x. So we will be talking 1,000 megawatt in a 10 acre DC campus, maybe 2 to 3 years down the line. What are we currently doing? So we are expanding the Mumbai DC. Chennai, we have recently put up building 1, building 2. Hyderabad, we are already there with 3 data centers, we are expanding the campus and we will be going live in Kolkata. In terms of edge, we are already live in in Patna and Lucknow. And under the phase 1, we will be covering the other cities of Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Jaipur, Guwahati. In sum total, we plan to go into 40 different cities in India. As CtrlS, we are also expanding or going the Cloud4C way. We have recently started a project in Vietnam and Thailand. We are already, underway in Bangladesh, and we are closely looking at Malaysia and Middle East. And there is a reason for this, I'll just explain. Now this is the reason. If you see India and look at the Indian map and look at my red dots, the red dots are the place where submarine cables land. And one red dot is in Mumbai, the second red dot is in Chennai. If you see our traditional all telco links and including the fiber which was put in by Tata, Airtel, everybody as on date, was along the Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad or Bangalore to Chennai. Now there is an opportunity. As we are moving to Thailand, as we are moving to Bangladesh, we have another fiber coming in. And in fact, the West Bengal government has been very kind to say that they will allow submarine cable landing in Kolkata. And with our Indo-Bangladesh treaty, it can even be stretched to Guwahati. So if we see the two green dots, suddenly India's submarine cable capability is becoming 2x. And therefore there will be a new trunk line which will be established between Guwahati to Delhi and Kolkata to Delhi. But what our country is really missing is a mesh that I have tried to depict by the yellow lines. As far as I am concerned, the states of especially Madhya Pradesh, being connected on top to Uttar Pradesh, then Rajasthan, then below you have Maharashtra and left Chhattisgarh. If we create a ring, hypothetically, between their largest cities, Gwalior, Indore, Bhopal and Jabalpur, this mesh could then become the core network of India, around which they could then connect the other cities or the present rings, which are Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Guwahati. Maybe they can interconnect Guwahati near Jabalpur and Varanasi, or maybe Lucknow, whichever way that fiber path comes in. And what you will get, sir, is that after investing in servers, after 140 million of mobile users, you require that bandwidth. And this is the basis. Some things have already started. For example, Madhya Pradesh is seismic very stable. It's Chotanagpur Plateau. The flood history is minimum because it is at a height. There are no cyclonic threats because both sides it is protected. While the cyclone coming from the western side has to cross the heights, anything coming from the eastern side has to cross the height. There is abundance of renewable energy. Now whether you see the solar plants being announced here, whether you see the number of hydro, whether you go towards Rajgarh and all where they have very large dense wind farms. All three forms of renewable is available in this. And you have multiple technical colleges in and around, so there is an abundance of skilled manpower. My request to all, we have representations from most of those states here, is to have an intra-state mesh. Just like the way Mott is doing fiber along the highways. There are a lot of state highways that interconnect. And if you interconnect major of your cities in each state, it will lead to separate such collation of data points. And these data points, where you have omnipresent and very high availability of data, is what is required for a data center. So if you see here, in this case, maybe a Jabalpur or a Bhopal is the idealist space in all over India. If this map becomes true, because I can have 3 fiber cuts, 3 landing stations fiber cut, still have 1 path available. So I am talking availability of data at 5 or 6 times. No longer 99, no longer 99.9. And that is what your citizens, your users, your business would require going forward. The second thing is, why am I saying so? We have learned this from the public cloud. We didn't know this. Our earlier version was we'll have a DC, a state DC, maximum we would have a DR. But when you look closely at the mobile and the web applications which are put in together, and you take any public cloud provider there, be it Azure, be it AWS, you will find their interconnectivity in terabits. They always have 4 active sites running at the same time. No longer are firewall HA. No longer one database going down, another coming up. We are talking about 4 different sites being up. And all that public cloud is driven by the mean and merge stack, which we call as web and mobile. And since morning we have been yelling at all citizen services, most of it, whether it is people who are doing internally, they want an app in the mobile or website, or they want a citizen to come through. If you have to adopt these architectures, then you require that type of connectivity. And then only you can serve the people. Second is about stack. Stack can be anything. You can call it as a cloud adoption, you can call it as repatriation, you can call it as hybrid cloud. As our friends in HPE said, whatever is possible on a public cloud is also possible on their stack. So stack is not the challenge. The challenge for us is to have the robust infra, the information highway, the availability, so that when our citizens, users, consumers, employees start to use it, they actually get the benefit of it. They're not static. And that, sir, is in a snapshot what CtrlS and Cloud4C does outside of the data center. So whether it's your digital transformation on public cloud, private cloud, along with the data center as our arm of Cloud4C, we have all those services. We are mighty, government community cloud certified, which means certified to handle the secret data. We have several such customers. We have several enterprise customers. This is the sum total. Thank you.
Indeed, it was an insightful presentation by Mr. Anil Nama. I would like to call on stage Dr. Naresh Babu, Director, Department of IT Tripura, to please come on stage and present the speaker memento to Mr. Anil Nama. Can we have Dr. Naresh Babu here on stage to present the speaker memento to Mr. Anil Nama, sir? Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.